Today is Monday the 12th of May. It's my fourth day in Lesotho and today was my first day at work. So I went to start my placement with an organisation called FEDA, and they are the Federation of Women Lawyers. They're based here in Lesotho, and they carry out work to make people aware of their rights and responsibilities. So they highlight different pieces of law and explain to people what exactly that means for them. The work they do mostly is around legislation that will support women and children. They've been doing a lot of work around land claims, and they've also been working on a big case regarding a chieftainship. Currently, women, they can't inherit, they can't become the chief, even if they're first in line. So the situation in the case they've been working on is that the chief passed away and his widow inherited the position, and now she unfortunately is no longer around, but the daughter from that marriage is now not able to inherit because she's a girl or because she's female. So they took the case to court and weren't successful. So it went to appeal, and again they lost the appeal. So now this case is going to the African Commission. So that's the main case they've been working on right now. I went to court to file some papers this morning. That was my first task with one of my new colleagues. And that case is around, again, claims to land. So there are sisters and the mother's passed away, and so there's a disagreement over who's going to inherit that. And then a lot of what the organisation does is kind of raise awareness. So they make people, they outline legislation and what that means for individuals, and they go out into the communities and educate people on that. And they advise, say, local governments. They do a lot of advocacy work in order to kind of bring about that change. So I've also today been working on having a look at a project that they have that's funded by the European Union. So FEDA's a partner in this project, and it's going to help them to go out into the community and make people more aware of different legislation. So some of it's to do with land and some of it is to do with gender-based violence. So this will allow them to go out and do that. So today we've been looking to recruit someone to do the monitoring and evaluation. So we've been having a look through CVs. And I had quite an interesting situation because the male colleague that I was working with suggested there was a CV that I picked out from someone who looked quite good, but he said, yeah, I thought about her, but she's pregnant, so I didn't know, she'll be straight off on maternity leave. So given my background, I couldn't very well say, oh yeah, I agree. So this lady is going to have an interview, I'm pleased to say, and so we'll just have to see how that goes. So it's been an interesting day at work. I've learnt lots, and there are a lot of challenges ahead for me now. Some of my tasks are to have to write a strategic plan for them for the next 3 to 5 years. I also need to have a look at membership. They would absolutely adore me if I could get them a website designed, so I'm going to look at that. And then I'm going to have a look at how they can get further out into the communities and help women in the more rural areas to understand what their rights are, and to help them get legal assistance if they require it. So interesting first day, hopefully going to have a really interesting first week, and so I'll be back to tell you more about that as the week goes on.